Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. So today, my name is Zania Amanin binti Ahmad and I am from PT1S24. So I'm a representative from class 4 and I'll be sharing my experience on what I've gained throughout the BIG or Bina Insan Guru program, which lasted for 5 days at IPG Campus Ilmu Khas or Institute of Teachers Education Ilmu Khas campus. So today, I've invited Ilhan Dani, a student from Multimedia University located in Cyberjaya, which who, who is also an ex-student, a former student of RMC, Royal Military College. And I'm confident that he'll be able to share similar experiences to what I have went through for the 5 days where I had to be at my campus joining the camp. So I shall start now. Ilhan, if there's any problem with my presentation, please do let me know.
Okay, I will.
All right. So basically, here's a little walkthrough into the subject. So the code is MPU3212 and the full name is Bina Insan Guru. So this subject is a compulsory subject, means that all the students at IPG will have to take the subjects in order to get your degree. And the subject, it focuses on character building to become a good teacher, to become an excellent teacher. So let's move on to the first day. Oh, I should let you know that this website is available for you to view whenever you wish to. Right. So on the first day, we started the day to build our tent. So we had to build our tent properly. Before that, we were given guidance and briefing, and we had to really pay attention because you cannot mess up this part. This is a place where you'll be sleeping for the 5 days that you'll be there. And the briefing was clear, and basically if you do not pay attention, then you wouldn't be able to gain the knowledge of building a tent, which I think is a necessary skill, especially if you were to be stuck somewhere. Right. And you have no choice but to build a tent in order to protect yourselves. So the next activity after we had to build a tent, we moved on to the LDK1, which is a first group activity that was conducted on that day, on the first day. And as a group, we had to come up with a cheer and a logo which represent our group, and we had to present to the audience, to the other groups afterwards. So this shows that we have to discuss in groups and we had to accept other people's perspective and opinion in order to come up with one
Solid.
yeah, compelling and strong and enchanting cheers and logo. So next, we move on to LDK2, which is the second group activity. So we were given straws and we had to build a bridge that was strong enough and sturdy enough, because then after we've built a bridge, they'll be putting a load on the bridge to make sure that it wouldn't fall. So we had to work as a team. We had to really connect our creativity and just be channel our inner archetype basically. So on the second day, can you see the pictures?
I can.
All right. So on the second day, the activity that was conducted was abseiling. First we had to do abseiling, which tested your courage because you have to go down from a tall structure instead of going up. So going down is, well, can I say a bit scarier because you just basically you're jumping into something head first, right? So you really had to pay attention to the briefing before that, because if you do not, then you wouldn't be able to complete this challenge successfully. After that, we had to do marching, which is known as kawat kaki. And this one was a bit challenging for people that have never done kawat kaki before, because you have to memorize your command and you have to pay attention to it. Because if you miss one command, then you mess up the whole formation, and it wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look how do I say this? Like, it wouldn't look good as a team because you need the you need the uniform movement, right? And I've heard that you have also went through marching before. I cannot wait to hear about it after this. So on the third day, we had to go hiking at Bukit Besi, which is located in Kuala Lumpur. And afterwards, while we were in the forest, we had to cook. So this was challenging and it was beneficial for us too because well, we had to hike, which was tiring already, right? And after that, we had to cook with limited resources. We had to make do of everything that we could find in the forest in order to come up with a good and edible dish. So these are some of the pictures that we have taken while we were there, and that is me and my group mates. So another thing that you have to remember is that while you were hiking in the forest, you have to move as a team. You cannot leave any of your group members behind because that is not very recommended and it will be selfish of you. So you have to come up with solutions for some of your group members that cannot catch up with your pace, whether you slow it down or you give more support. And then we on that night we had a cultural night, so which is known as Malam Kebudayaan, Cabaran Kewarganegaraan dan Perpaduan. Each of the team was given an assignment and you had to perform whether a traditional dance, a musical, or a short skit. So my group, we were assigned with coming up with a musical, and all of this must be patriotic related, by the way. So my team and I, we performed the trip to London by Tunku Abdul Rahman before he signed the Liberty Agreement with the British for the sake of Malaysia, or at the time Tanah Melayu. So this was fun. It really tested your patience too because you have to endure the different attitudes and behaviors of your group members.
Other group members,
You. So you have to really come up with solutions to make sure that they cooperate with you, at least give do their best. So on the fourth day, the second last day, we went kayak and we had to do water confidence before that. So basically we had to jump into the water with our back going down first while our hands were rested here near our shoulder area. So we were given life jackets, so do not worry. And before that we were given a short briefing and you had to really pay attention because they explain what you have to do during kayak and during the water confidence activity. So that is me and my pair on the kayak. And it was tiring, yes. And you also need to have a good communication skill with your pair, especially on the kayak, in order to arrive at the desired destination. So this is the last day, which is the fifth day. We had a closing ceremony, and I was one of the members that were assigned with conducting the closing ceremony. I was the MC for English because we had a dual language MC. We had dual language MCs. So I was the English MC and my MC partner was the MC for Bahasa Melayu. So during this closing ceremony, we gave awards to the groups that achieve certain criteria that we came up with, and we showed our appreciation to everyone that joined the camp. So this showed that whatever you do, there'll always be all silver linings behind it. And this is the reflection part. You can read up whenever you want to because it's really insightful, and we share the values that we have learned throughout these 5 days, right? So that is all from me for our camping, which lasted for 5 days. Now I would like to hear your experience, whether you've experienced something similar or not.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ilandani bin Faris, and I'm currently studying in Multimedia University, Cyberjaya. And yeah, I had experienced similar, um, similar things that you mentioned before during your camp. And I bet your camp sounds like fun because it sounds fun in the way that you said it about. And for me, we had like this one camp that is required for every RMC student to endure, and it's like similar to yours. So everyone had to go through what you guys did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this camp is a camp where a new boy is going to become a senior. So the transition. So we had to go 5 days into the jungle, and we went to Kuala Lumpur. Like for my batch, we went to Kuala Lumpur, Perak, and we had to carry with us a gun every time. Like every 24/7, we had to carry a gun, and we brought like a 10 kg of our stuff mm, along with us. And about the gun, I'm going to talk about that first. No one can let go of the gun. Like everyone have to treat their gun as like their wife. So the instructor every time would try and take the gun away from us. And if the instructor do get to take the gun away from us, then we would have to go through some like repercussions, and it's a bit tiring because you're tired with the camp itself, and you had to do consequences afterwards. The consequences could be like, run around, that's like normal, run around the campsite, um, have to go dip in the sungai, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
To be
But
fair,
that one
it's
was
like
fun.
a
I like
military
water.
camp, right?
Hmm?
It's a
What?
military camp, so
Yeah, it
it's
is.
really challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, and the camp, about the camp, pula, like our tents, we had to do it ourselves. Like we didn't have like any equipment with us. We had like parang lah, like all those necessity to cut down the trees, and we had to measure it properly. Like the one that's provided to us is like parang, and the canvas, like the boom boom for us.
Mm,
Yeah, that's it. Everything we had to find it ourselves. Like we have to find the resources ourselves in the jungle. But the good thing about the food they already prepared is like prepared food that you have to cook um in the mess tin. We had to do the fire ourselves, but we have to cook like the prepared food too. So it's like the food is really good. I can tell you it's
you had
nice.
that it was a military packed food.
Ah yeah, military prep food, the one that military uses when they undergo training in the jungle and when they go deploy to to wars and all, like back in the old days.
Okay, I
And
understand.
so it's cool that you get the experience to eat that kind of food.
Mm,
Yeah, and then
that's true.
we had to hike also, but it's just not every group had to hike. The groups that were lost had to hike because we had an activity called map reading, and it's like we had to walk around the area for like 20 kilometers. But my group, we got lost in the jungle. We didn't even have to like actually hike the mountain because it was an off-track trail, but we just followed the map lah. But it's wrong because most of the teams would go around the mountains, but we would go up so
Mm,
that macam you, we thought that it could be easier lah because it's just straight like that, but it was very challenging. But that was really fun because macam when people are down, we like support them. Yo, come on, jom lah, kita boleh lagi, sikit lagi, even though tak sikit lagi, but like
that's the
sikit.
spirit.
Yeah, the spirit, and it builds resilience in yourself too. Like it's good. It's like the brotherhood when your courage too is there, and also yourself, like self resilience. Like okay, you have to set in your mind that you can do this. Like if people can do it, why can't you? So
Mm,
that's like really good, and
but that's
um
good, that thinking, because it pushes you to, well,
to strive for not just use that in the camp, but use that when you're working and all of that. Yeah. And then we had it's called Jalan Kaki if I'm not mistaken, but we had to jog while holding our gun and our stuff, our 10 kg load. For 5 km, we had to run like around the area. Like there's a track lah for 5 km. We had to race among the other companies. That was fun. It
mm,
was that one also like towards the last when everyone is tired, you have to push your friend, and some that are like really tired, but you like you say we have to also find a way to make sure everyone is there. So someone macam what's called pimping the other friend and another guy on the side, so like to make sure he's okay, and until he's okay, you carry him. So like that's like the brotherhood bond that taught us is really good lah. So it not just in private, it also relates to teamwork. So it's an essential skill to have in this era, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to work with others when you're working. Yeah.
Well,
And about Kaki, you asked me just now.
mhm.
Kaki, we didn't have to go through during the camp because we had to do that every day. You
Oh,
know,
so it
wherever
was
you go, you have to kawat.
it wasn't just during the camp. You had,
No, that was not during the camp. Yeah.
oh gosh, okay.
Every day we have to go from one place to another. When we finish our class, we have to fall in, and then we have to wait for everyone to arrive, count the strength meaning count if everyone is enough or not, and then you go to the mess hall. We call it mess hall. Wisma Putra. It's like really, it's similar to Dewan Makan lah if in other
Mm,
asrama people.
I
Yeah, so we have to kawat. Yeah, go to surau, we have to kawat. So it's implemented in our daily life. Yeah, if that's what you're asking.
I
So,
understand. So, and I heard that you had like this one grand marching session before you are able to graduate. Is that true?
yeah, the one that I'm on it. That's called passing out parade.
So
It
in
signifies
this picture,
graduated from IMC. Yeah, the picture, that is me.
that's fun. Was it tiring?
Yeah, that one, it was very tiring because 2 weeks straight, we had to practice to
Daily.
perfect our kawat. Yeah, even at night you have to kawat. Yeah, the instructor memang orang push us kau, but like it paid off lah. But yeah,
I get you.
it's because it's an honor, when the moment that you kawat the last moment that you kawat and then you want to enter the pintu gading. It's called the pintu gading. It's like a door where okay, you graduated IMC. Yeah, so when and you sing our like farewell song,
Mm,
it's really, it marks the end of our journey of becoming a putra. But
mm,
and along with it, you bring all the good things with you, like I said just now, resilience, teamwork, and everything. Like where you have to support one another, cannot just be selfish and swear and all of that.
okay. I understand. Well, that sounds very challenging. And it's good to know that both of us have experienced something similar to, well, the Bina Insan Guru camp. First of all, I had to learn about marching. I had to march for the first time. Well, you had to do that daily while you were in RMC, right? Well, it's good that I've gained perspective, like another perspective from someone that has been in, technically you were in military while you were in high school.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
military
called
school.
Royal Military College anyway, so that's quite obvious, right? Um, well, is there anything that you would like to share before we end the meet today?
um I would like to say that I'm proud that you've gone through the camp.
Well, thank you. I'm really proud of you too. It's good that you were able to, well, graduate from RMC and now you're a student at MMU. What course are you taking again?
I'm taking finance.
Oh, finance. So it involves a lot of numbers and counting, right?
A lot of calculations.
Right. Can you guess what I'm taking?
I'm taking tests because your English is very
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah,
good.
thank you for the compliment. Right, I'm taking TESOL, and like I said, in order, like for you, in order for you to graduate from RMC, you have to endure all of those challenges. And for us, in order for us to graduate from IPG with a degree, we'll have to take the subject, Bina Insan Guru, MPU. So, well, that is all from me. Thank you for spending your time to share your experience and to hear what I've learned from Bina Insan Guru camping. It has been,
Thanks, man.
and I would like to ask for your permission to upload this video, this interview, into our Google website.
It's I agree.
Right. Thank you so much.